Hi everybody. Hey, I had a good friend of mine ask me how to get started painting. I didn't exactly know how to answer him, and I told him that I would do my best to send him some videos and give him the information that I had. As you all know, I'm a colored pencil artist and not a painter necessarily. I've been doing paintings, but they're not traditional paintings. So I started thinking that because the conversation I had with him, a lot of people don't really know where to start, that maybe they didn't have art classes in school like I did. And that maybe they just want to play around. So I'm going to try and give what I know to you to get started to have fun with painting. And maybe some of my other artist friends can chime in and say, Michelle, you're wrong. That's not the way you do it, but that's okay. Because I don't think there is a right or wrong way. It's just something that's going to be fun. So the first thing he said is, what do I buy? And I'm like, okay, what kind of paint do you want to do? I use acrylics. I don't like oils. Oils are super for certain people. They're not super for me. So I suggested that he works in acrylics. So that's what I'm going to deal with. And he said, what kind of brushes? That's going to be a personal thing. So I'm just going to show you a few brushes. So we have liners, which are just your long, skinny, long liners. The way it sounds, you make lines, some nice pretty lines with these, right? Round brushes look like this. They're kind of fat and round, and they come to a point. Angled brushes have these are the ones that I use. Flat across the top. I use this one a lot. Filbert is weird. I don't use this one very often. It's kind of oval shaped. I find that I can get shapes like this with all my other brushes, but that's because I don't use regular painting techniques. So depending on how you're going to use them is what you're going to buy, and you have to play with them. And I'm just not a real painter. So these all have great uses. I just don't use them the way you're supposed to. Fan brush, right? Gets lots of, they use this for grass a lot, right? Lots of little, anyway. Those are just some of the brushes that are out there. I happen to have loads and loads of brushes. I mean, this is just one jug of brushes. Why I wasn't painting before, I don't know. But I have like 3 containers of brushes like that, and I just buy them when they're on sale. They're all over the place. But this is my favorite, all-time favorite. I would say my angled one is another one of my favorites, in different sizes, right? The flat one, the angled one, the liner is a very important one to me. And they have a mop, they call mop brush. I use that one occasionally too, if I can find it. It's a lot like the filbert, but it's not pointy. It's just kind of moppy. It's like round. Anyway, that's going to be a personal thing for you. You just buy the brushes that you like and play with them and see how they react. There's all kinds of things online that show you what kind of strokes to use with these brushes to give you the effect of the lines that they're going to make. So anyway, that was far too much information on those. But then to try to get into how to even put an image on, yeah, you could start off with a blank canvas and just start painting. But for me, I like to know what I'm doing ahead of time. I plan things. I like to work from photographs. I merge things together. I'm not a plein air painter where I'm going to go out with a canvas and start painting what I see. Can I do that? Sure, I can do that. I don't enjoy that. I like to have a process in mind of ahead of time of what I'm doing and plan it out. That's just who I am. So I put together how you can get an image onto a surface, okay? And you're going to want to do it with a color of paint. The videos that I'm going to show you are going to be me just doing it on paper, but when you do it on your canvas, you would draw it with paint, not necessarily with markers or pencils or anything. I'm not quite sure if you can. That's why I say I'm not a painter. I don't know if you can put them with graphite first or markers. I think you can. I don't do that. You'd paint it on. So I put together first in this whole idea of helping this person and putting these videos out for how I paint. The first segment's going to be just how to simply get an image onto a surface so that you can begin the process. Some other things you need, obviously, your acrylic paints. I happen to buy the Grumbacher Academy paints. That's what I enjoy working with. And you'll need gesso. Comes in different brands. You can make your own. I never have, but I got the Liquitex Basics gesso, and that's a primer for your canvases. You can make your own canvases. I don't do that. I buy canvases. Canvases come with staples on the edges. I don't like that look. You can get the staples on the back for more of a professional look. There's different types of canvases out there. You're gonna buy what you like. You're gonna be deciding how in-depth you want to get and if you want to make your own. But anyway, basics, get some brushes, play around with them, get some gesso. Oh, and when you do your gesso, I buy wider, like regular painters paintbrushes. That's what I apply it with. And get some canvases. So paintbrushes, some acrylic paints, some gesso, and canvases. That's how you're going to start. Okay? And watch for more videos coming as I try to teach this person how to paint. And I'll show you what I do. See ya!